بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا نحن نزلنا الذكر وإنا له لحافظون. صدق الله العظيم وصدق محمد رسوله النبي الكريم، ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. Honorable brothers and sisters in Islam, all praise and glory belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the creator of this universe, who has sent Anbiya alayhim salam for the guidance of this humanity till the day of judgment. Whoever follows and obeys Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the entire deen that has been brought to him and has been brought by him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guarantee honor and dignity not only in this world, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives success in this world and the hereafter. In reality, brothers and sisters, our focus and our goal and aim while living this life is definitely about how we will fare tomorrow on the day of judgment, tomorrow in our grave as we pass from this world. The reality of this life is nothing other than death. The reality of this life is nothing other than death. That's the only reality that is undeniable on the face of this earth. كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every living being must taste death. And it is our yaqeen and it is our belief and faith that once we die and move on, pass on from this world, we will be subjected to questioning starting from our graves. And following and continuing on to the plane of Hashar, on the grounds of accountability in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on that day, certain people will be honored and certain people will be disgraced. The real honor will be the honor on the day of judgment. And the real disgrace will be the disgrace of the hereafter on the day of judgment in front of an entire humanity. Every human being from the time of Adam alayhi salam till the last human being to be born and to come on the face of this earth shall be present in this gathering. All the Anbiya, all the Salaha, all the Shuhada, all the Salihin, Sahaba, and Anbiya alayhi salam, they will be on special pulpits of pearl, and they will be overlooking the Hisab and the plain, the huge sea and ocean of people. They will be all present. And this is the place and this is the ground on which certain people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call them up and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will honor them in front of the entire humanity. This is the place where we should be aiming and our goal should be that on this plane I shall find honor. On this arena I shall be called out by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I should be honored and I should be elevated, my status should be elevated in front of the eyes of the people and the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of these Allah. This is what to aim for. Today, my brothers and sisters, in front of 3-4 people, if somebody praises us, we get very happy. In front of a small crowd of people, if someone praises us, someone says, this certain person is such good, this person is so good, then we feel very honored. When our child graduates high school, college, whatever it may, and there's a whole auditorium of people, and they're called in front of the people, and they're given the certificate and diploma, we feel honored as parents. And this is something natural. Whenever our child, our offspring, is honored and does something, achieves something, as a parent, we feel that we get happy that our child is progressing. Imagine, brothers and sisters, tomorrow on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also give certain diplomas and certificates. Will also call the children of certain parents forward, and they will be honored in front of the entire humanity. Who are these children? Who are these people? These are the parents of those who memorize the Quran. These are the parents of those who dedicated their childhood, their energy, their resources for the protection and the preservation of the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only did they memorize it, not only did they read it, but they practiced upon it. They modeled their life after this Quran. They made the Quran their waking up and they're going to sleep. Their covering and their guide and their GPS for how they will tread through the obstacles of life. These people, brothers and sisters, they might not have been very famous in this world. They might not have been given too much attention in this world, perhaps. But tomorrow on the day of judgment, their parents first and foremost will be brought in front of the entire humanity. And the first honor will be given to them. They will be given a crown. They will be given a crown. A crown will be placed on their head. And how bright will this crown be for us to help us understand the brightness of this crown? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave an example. That you take the sun that we have today. The sun that we have, that we look at, the sun we cannot even look at for more than a millisecond, otherwise the brightness of it will damage our eyes. The sun that we cannot look at today, which is millions of miles away, light years away, you take that sun and bring it in your house. You take that sun and you bring it within the 4 walls of your house, how bright your house will become. You can't imagine. This will be the brightness of the crown that will be given to the parents. And then they will be further honored by the clothing of nur. And they will ask that, for what are we being honored like this? What are we being given this for? And it will be told to them, it will be that you gave your children, or you taught your children, you facilitated the education of Quran of the children. Such importance and such honor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has attached with the Quran. And then after that, brothers and sisters, not only the parents are being honored, then the Hafiz himself will be called forward. The Hafiz himself will be called forward. And his honor will be what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will address the Hafiz or Hafizah, boy or girl, male or female, that come, start reciting this Quran that you learned in this world. And recite it in the proper manner like you used to recite in this dunya. And then the Hafiz will start reciting. Each ayah the Hafiz will recite. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate one of his ranks in Jannah. Each ayah by ayah, his rank will be elevated. And then, and the last ayah, when he finishes, that will be his final stage in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Jannah. And beyond that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will further give this person perks of the hereafter. What is the perk of being a Hafiz in the hereafter? That for a person to become a Hafiz in this world, obviously it needs the help of many people. The whole family has to be along. The family members, the community, the society, the relatives, everybody has to be on board, encouraging and helping and supporting. So what will the perk Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to the Hafiz? A person who was not only Hafiz of the words, remember that clearly, not only a Hafiz of the words, but a Hafiz in reality, meaning that a person who memorized the Quran and then abided by the Quran. Let this be a reminder for myself also, and for those of us, inshallah, who are Hafiz here, and for those who aim and plan for their children to be Hafiz of the Quran. That not only a Hafiz means a Hafiz of the Quran, the words of the Quran, rather of the essence of the Quran. The essence of the Quran. Meaning that this Quran shall become a living Quran. A person should become a living Quran. Like Aisha radiallahu anha used to say about Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, kana khuluquhu al-Quran. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam character was al-Quran. If you read Quran, that's what Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That is our goal and aim to as a Hafiz. So a person who was a Hafiz and he deemed the lawful as lawful and unlawful as unlawful, followed that line of action, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell this person that now you have been given the honor that your shafa'ah, your intercession will be accepted on behalf of 10 people. May there be your family members, your relatives, your friends. That 10 people, such people who because of their deeds were going to Jahannam, were going to hellfire. They didn't have deeds good enough that will take them into Jannah. But this Hafiz of Quran will be given this honor, that their words will be so heavy on the day of judgment. Their intercession will be so heavy on the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that choose 10 people, whoever you may like, amongst the Muslims of course. They were going into Jahannam because of their deeds. But you will be given this honor that whoever you point out, I will take them out from Jahannam. Now imagine this child, this young man. He will say, okay, my aunt helped me, my uncle helped me, my grandfather, my grandmother, my aunt, uncle, my cousin, my niece, my nephew, my child, my father, my daughter. Brothers and sisters, imagine tomorrow on the day of judgment. This is a reality. This is the reality where everything will be put aside. All your worldly wealth, all your worldly honor, all your worldly positions and influence will be put to the side. Influential people tomorrow will be looking for these influential people. Influential people of this world will be on the feet of these people, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted with Quran, and they protected and preserved this Quran. So brothers and sisters, today we have children growing up in this environment, in this society, in this community. If we want that our children shall be on the straight path, and shall stay on the deen of Islam after we leave this world, then my brothers and sisters, without the Quran al-Kareem being a solid foundation and building block in our lives, it is very, very, very difficult. Because this Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept the hidayah. Hudan linnas. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions clearly in the Quran that this Quran is for the hidayah of humanity. It's for the guidance of humanity. Now if our child cannot read the Quran, and many times, unfortunately, we always focus on the child. The child cannot read, the child cannot read, what about the adults that cannot read? What about the grown-ups that cannot read? Is there time for learning the Quran gone and over? No. Even as an adult, we must make an effort to learn the Quran, read the Quran, understand the Quran, practice upon it. Furthering education, this is a trend and tradition of this society. We always want to increase new skill, new gadgets are coming out, new skills are coming out, new technologies are coming out. We see the doctors, they're going to renew their certifications. We see the IT people, they're going and renewing their fields. Researchers, we're doing research, furthering education, furthering knowledge is a norm in this society. But for some reason in our culture, whatever we have learned, however we have learned to read the Quran as a child, maybe if we didn't learn, then we feel that this is the end of it all. Now there is no change. You only learn the Quran if you're a child. That's not true. Brothers and sisters, most of the Sahaba, they accepted Islam as adults. Most of the Sahaba, they accepted Islam as adults. So they learned Deen as adults also. So adults must learn the Quran, must learn the Deen. And then of course making a fikr, making a concern for our child, for our offspring, and how their Islamic education can be strong. Therefore we need our children who are growing up here today, boys and girls, to be Hufad of the Quran, Hafid of the Quran, Hamid of the Quran. These people we are making them the agents of the Quran of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because in fact, what does a Hafid of Quran mean? A protector of the Quran. Who can protect the Kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What are we? What position do we have? What strength do I have to be a protector of the word of Allah, which is a part of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? But this is actually a form and shape and the manifestation of the ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed. That inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed we are the ones who have revealed this reminder, meaning the Quran. And we are the ones who will protect this Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we are the ones, meaning Allah Himself is the one who will be the protector of this Quran. It will not be changed. Any letter, any inch of it, any centimeter of it will not be changed till the day of judgment. But what form and shape does it take? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses the hearts of the innocent. That they memorize the Quran from cover to cover, page to page, letter by letter. Every single harakah is protected and preserved as it was revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through Jibreel alayhi salam, through Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So we are being utilized, our children are being utilized for this great purpose. What greater honor can it be, and what greater utilization can there be for the resources that we have, for the intellect of our child? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala neither will let these people be left astray in this world, be left to the mercy of people in this world, nor will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leave them at the mercy of anyone else tomorrow on the day of judgment. To be in the full protection. Obviously, if you are in the protection, if you are in the service of the protection of the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guess who will be in the service of your protection? Allah. Allah Himself is in the service of your protection if you are in the service of the protection of the kalam of Allah. So if we want to leave our children protected and preserved, our offspring protected and preserved, then make them in the khidmat of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the service of the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is where protection and preservation is. Brothers and sisters, we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to understand these realities before it is too late. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to pass on the correct knowledge of deen to our children, and allow us ourselves to be steadfast on the deen within our own household and within our own community societies, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow allow us and our children to be named as flag bearers of this Quran and Deen to not only the generation here now, but for generations to come till the day of judgment. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. If you have not prayed your sunnah, you may have prayed sunnah. few quick announcements, inshallah. First is, as we have spoken about during the Kutbah, the importance of Hifz al-Quran, memorizing the Quran for your children. In that light, inshallah, we are starting next month, first a part-time after-school Hifz program for boys and girls, inshallah. Hifz program after-school part-time for boys and girls from next month. And secondly, inshallah, a full-time girls Hifz program also will be starting from next month. For further details, inshallah, if you're interested in these programs, we encourage you to visit our website, msiweb.org. Inshallah, there's more information on there, and you can also fill out a survey if you're interested, so we can make proper arrangements for that. Secondly, January 6th, we have a special program here at MSI in regards to Masjid al-Aqsa, its importance and significance in Islam and its history. That'll be after Dhuhr prayer. Dhuhr prayer is 1:30, January 6th. Inshallah, after that, Brother Tariq Khalil will be speaking. Lastly, inshallah, there's a Hifz seminar by Mufti Izaz. That will be January 13th after Dhuhr Salat, which is also a Saturday. January 13th after Dhuhr Salat, Mufti Izaz Ajmeri will conduct this seminar. Inshallah, you can attend that also.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعصهما فقد غوى نسأل الله ربنا أن يجعلنا ممن يطيعه ويطيع رسوله ويتبع رضوانه ويجتنب سخطه أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أن أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا نحن نزلنا الذكر وإنا له لحافظون وقال ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم القرآن حجة لك أو عليك وكما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الراشدين أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وسائر الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم أيد الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وألف بين قلوبهم وانصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله تعالى يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم، ولذكر الله أعلى وأولى وأعز وأجل وأتم وأهم وأكبر، والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى. سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله، إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى. ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى. سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى. بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى. إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى، صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده.